Just win, baby.
Good morning, Raider Nation, YouTube. Afakasi Raider riding solo right about now. You know what time it is. Just waiting on Nate. Hopefully he'll be joining us soon, but I see everybody in the feed. I hope all is well. It's 9:30 for me, but I know for most of my fam over there in the States, it'd be, 6:30 in the morning. So, Jesse, I see you. Always the first to comment and share. Appreciate you, brother. MG, it's good, my man. WO for life. You know it. Here we go. J. Terrence Crum. That's a new name. Appreciate you stopping by the feed, my friend. Good to see you here. If it's your first time, hopefully it's not the last time, and hope to see you more and more in the future. So, salute to you. We got Goon in the building. Salute Nation. Salute to you, my friend. Good to see you. Yo, Raider Pete, my man, always on time. My man. Good to see you. And Egalitarian, another one who's always on time. Appreciate you, brothers. But before we shoot any further, without further ado, you know what time it is? It's your boy, Nutty, Raider, Nate. I haven't got the noise that you got in the background for your setup. I'll just have to do it manually. So,
My bad, bro. You know me. I'm never on time.
Never on time. Yeah. I gave him the link, but he never rocked up because he's never on time.
I know. My bad, bro.
Bento, what's good, man?
Good to call me into work.
What's up,
a little early today. Hold up. The fuck you honking at? Shut the fuck up.
Give me Raiders, bitch.
Yeah, Raiders, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you driving?
Yeah. I'm just kind of floating around. I had to come in early to work today.
Okay. Well, look, man. If you gotta shoot, man, I don't want you like.
No, I'm good. I'm committed to this shit. I'm good, bro. I could do both. I got my earpiece in.
We need to concentrate on driving. You do that, all right? So
I got you.
Yeah. And Raider band, yeah. Raiders, bitch. You know what time it is. You got to give it to them one time. Hopefully that was
Raiders, bitch.
Right? All three of them.
Say again.
I said, hopefully that was some stinky Chargers fan.
Yeah.
One of the three of them, right?
some confused jack off. Yeah.
So, and Rafa, salute to you. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Talk to me, Nate. Devontae's press conference. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. I tend to watch all the conferences. I know a lot of Raider fans don't like to do it, but I like to pick up bits and nuggets of information they're letting out, and you can kind of pick up on body language as well and stuff like that. I mean, it's not. And plus what he's telling everybody, he wants to be here. He's frustrated. Like I said, he wants to win. We're winning. I get it, but at the same time, he wants to be great. So, and you want great players to be great. So, I don't blame him. I don't fucking blame him. He's in a bad predicament. You know what I mean? We cut ties with his old boy and his old best friend, and yeah, shit just looks different now. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Look, at the end of the day, when you're one of the marquee player of the team, then for me, you get concessions to say how you feel. You know what I mean? And that's how he feels. And like, I mean, he's not directly throwing anybody under the bus because he's a professional, but it's like I keep saying, he's more than happy to speak out and let out his frustrations without, like I said, directly throwing anyone under the bus. So, you know, I don't have a problem with what he's saying. Like he's frustrated, and hopefully we can be better, at least on the offensive side of the ball, right? And salute to you, Jason. See you in the building. Ern as well, Bentha, Tony.
Yeah. Hopefully not. We need to be, bro. The hope is there. You know what I mean? We gotta. We that's where all our money's delegated to. A big portion of our cap is dedicated to the offensive side, and they are not producing like they should be. I mean, yeah, my bad, AR.
No, that's all good. You keep shooting. Bento, just Give me a minute, man. I'm just trying to send it to you. So check your IG when I find you in my IG inbox. I always find it hard to find you. Why is that? Give me a moment. Keep talking to the people.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, Devontae is a Raider, guys. Y'all fishing for anything you can to try to ship him out and try to blow this shit up. You know what I mean? All right. It's frustrating. I understand though. I understand why everybody's kind of on the edge right now. But we're winning right now. We have another winnable game in front of us. I expect to win this game. I'm not expecting a big blowout, but I do expect to win this game, and I expect Davante Adams to stay kind of, you know what I mean, stay kind of irritated, frustrated, as he should be. Our quarterback play is fucking garbage. Yeah. So hopefully we get DA right, because he deserves it. Oh shit! I was driving with my lights on.
Careful now, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate his takes while I was trying to situate getting Ben through on the show. And salute to everyone who just joined the feed. I see you, Tony, Ern, Robert, and down at the bottom, Willie Wayne, my guys. And Chris from Field is here as well. Appreciate you, brothers. Before we go any further, you know what time it is? It is your boy Benta, Raider Ben. What's cracking, man?
What's good, fellas?
Okay,
it's cracking.
What's going down?
So I just want to make a statement right quick. So yesterday, I went on a tangent about Devontae, because if you've seen my stream yesterday, me and Pizzle watched the press conference, and I overreacted. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. All you guys know that shit. After sitting back and kind of contemplating and shit and taking the shit he said into perspective, I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The thing that irks me though is that, you know, don't 1 week, you know, say, oh well, I don't really care about stats and all this shit, I just want to win, and then when we start winning, now you're bitching about stats. That's the only thing that really like grinds my gears about it. But he is right, bro. This fucking offense is fucking makes over. It's like almost a $200 million offense, and we're not scoring, bro. And I guess, bro, like I've seen a lot of good points on like Twitter and shit. We're so deprived of having like great players that when we hear great players start talking, and we automatically think like they won out or you know, they don't want to be here because we're just not used to seeing great players like Devontae on our team, you know, and make the statements that he makes, because we're such a poverty-stricken fucking fan base, dog. Like we're so poverty, we're just used to mediocrity, you know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, bro, like Davante Adams was kind of calling the team out, bro, and we need that, bro. We need more people to call the team out, dog. Like, so. I mean, I like I said, I get real emotional. I say my words are really strict. When I say fuck Davante Adams, I don't really mean like fuck Davante Adams. I'm just strong on my words. It's just, it's just the hypocrisy is what gets me, bro, with it. But like, I get where he's coming from. But I think all of us can agree. It's like, why 1 week, you know, oh, I don't care about, you know, my numbers and all this shit, and then I just want to win, and then we start winning. It's like now you're complaining about numbers. Like, what is it? You know what I mean? So,
I just want to read out two comments because I think they hit it on the doorknob. Protect the Shield, Chris, salute to you. For those who haven't, if you could go over there and subscribe to his channel, that's it right there. But if not, if someone from the chat could share out the link for his channel, that would be appreciated. I'm not mad at Diaz Presser at all. He sounds like an alpha dog who wants to win. Yeah, absolutely. He likes where he's at. He just has an ultra high standard for himself in the offense. We aren't used to having that. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, our offense has had at least a higher standard than what the defense has showed in previous years. But I guess this year is the first year where our offense hasn't really taken off where we should have. You know what I mean? Like, we have the weapons across the board. I guess it's just offensive line, lack of execution, and quarterback play that's really letting us down. But, you know, I think that's a good take there. And Raider Pete, salute to you. We've been complaining about under 20-point output, but DA hits the podium and says the same thing, only constructively, and we instantly say he wants out. Yes, of little faith, ye of little faith, calm down. Yeah, I agree with that. Good statement there. So, yeah, look, like I said, I mean, I have no problem with him being vocal in his displeasure with how the team is executing on the offensive side of the ball, and he's not directly throwing anybody under the bus. Just enough for everyone to know that he's not happy.
Well, before he even said anything, everybody was like, "Oh, look at he took off. He didn't want to talk to the press, and he didn't want to talk to the media. He doesn't want to be a Raider no more." Before he even said anything, I was like, "Fools are tripping." Everybody's just like, the sky is falling. But yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know, Nate. You said it yourself, bro. Like, you like to read body language and shit too.
Yeah,
I don't know,
definitely.
bro. Like, me personally, over the last few weeks, body language wise, it looks like Devontae Adams checked out. But that's just my opinion, dog. I could be wrong. He doesn't look like he's happy here, bro. Like, you don't want to be here, bro. But from what his body language looks like, but I could be wrong.
Dante, you take a hit like that to the midsection, you're gonna you don't want to talk to nobody either, bro. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
He got
but it hasn't.
It thrown into a position where he almost got killed.
It wasn't just last game, though. It's been like almost every single game, dude, where he don't have like a ton of production. He's like pouting with his head down and shit.
He's
bro.
also injured, bro. He knows he's not 100%. He knows he's not getting the separation that he needs to make these quarterbacks comfortable. So he knows. I'm sure he's frustrated. That's all it is. He's not 100%. He's got that sprained shoulder. He's out there being the decoy that he is. You'd like to get him the ball. I know he wants the ball. He wants to be a part of the reason why we win. But it's not on the table right now. So I understand he's got to voice his displeasure. And so I'm not.
No, I get you, man. I just want to read out some comments just real quickly. Willie Wayne, salute to you. Hoyer comes in and lets it fly for the biggest completion of the season. We have to rally with what we got. Aiden and Hoyer can do it. Well, it's probably the best game to have a backup per se coming in, because this is probably the weakest team on paper that we're going to face for the rest of the season. The Bears are a very vulnerable team. They're 1-5, and if we're ever going to play a backup, see what he can do and hopefully manage us towards a win, then it would be now. So yeah, there is that. And I just want to go up to Robert Pena, protect the shield. Absolutely. Robert, I had a thought today, man. You've been one of my most, and as well as, you guys know, Nate, Benther, Robert's always in our streams. He's always supporting us, and he's always, one of the first people in our chat. He's the man. Yeah, he is the man. And I would love for you to come and pull up on one of my lives sometime, when you're comfortable, of course. But, I'm sure the nation would love to see it. I mean, we all know who you are, and would love to get you take sometime. So, just throwing it out there, Robert. What do you guys say?
Hell yeah. Pull up. Anytime you're welcome on my show as well, Pena. Hell yeah.
Sure. See,
I'm sure the nation would love to see it.
That's a good point, AR, because, I'm the same way, dude. I talk to a lot of the typers behind the scenes, and I always try to encourage them, dude, just come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Just come chill with us. You don't have to turn your camera on. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel comfortable, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? The first person I was able to get to do it was Pizzle. You guys see how comfortable Pizzle is now? Pizzle never joined fucking panels, bro. He was always just a typer. And then now I've since talking to Pizzle and kind of getting him out of his shell, bro. Now you're seeing Pizzle on a lot of people's shows. He's on Dirty Show now. He's over there with Beanloaf. He's more open, you know what I'm saying? And I love the conversation that we have as fans, bro. So yeah, Doug, I'm always into, growing as a fan base and as a nation. And getting everybody on the same page, dog. So fuck yeah, Robert Pena would be a pleasure. Same thing with Jesse. Jesse wasn't making a ton of panel appearances, dog. Jesse comes to every single Black Saturday now and parties. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, there. So Robert has been on with OG and Dirty Live. We haven't been on my live, my friend.
I've never seen Robert Pena on a panel.
Me neither. It would be good to see you one time, but I understand. Not everyone's comfortable getting up in front of a camera, or like Bentha said, you don't even have to put on your cam. But just throwing it out there, you know what I mean. But anyways, protect the shield, Chris. But let's be clear though. The narrative of DA not getting the ball is actually false. He has 59. Yeah. He has 59 targets, which is tied for 6th in the league. The problem is his consistency week after week. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, he hasn't been getting the targets the last 2 weeks. I believe last week was more so because he was injured and that he was more there running decoy just to give him some time to heal rather than him getting targeted and taking some more hits. But he was obviously displeased with how he was targeted last week. But look, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully he can be better.
And I'm sure that Packer game had a lot to do with his body language, man. I agree. His body language hasn't been the best, but I'm sure he's frustrated. He had a chance to go stick it to the Packers, and he couldn't do it. I mean, we won. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't really effective in that game. So I'm sure he wants to ball out. He wants the ball. He's on pace for the same amount of stats he had last year. So I'm not pushing the panic button quite yet. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he has every right to be frustrated about that Packers game when you look at it like this. I don't know if you guys seen the stats before the Packers game, but Devontae Adams could have broke, I forget whose record it was. It may have been Randy Moss's record for most 100-yard receiving games on Monday Night Football. He could have broke that record against the Packers, and he didn't.
Yep. I'm sure that was in the back of his mind.
Targets, didn't he, against the Packers?
Huh?
He only got 1 or 2 targets that game against the Packers.
Yeah. Ineffective. I'm sure he had that game circled on his calendar. So he's and then Belichick finds a way to shut down your best player. So he's frustrated. I know he's frustrated. He wants to do better. He wants to be the reason why we win. But he's cool, bro. He's cool. He's just a baller. I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Winners want to win, and Devontae is a winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And winners have high standards, so I have no problems with what he says. But anyways, I'm going to move on to the next topic of discussion. I saw an interesting post today, and it was in regards to Tyree Wilson. I don't know if you guys saw that. So the post read something like, of all the DNs, there was 66 DNs in the league who have taken 100 snaps or more. Tyree Wilson ranks dead last when it comes to win rate and quarterback pressures. Dead last.
Yeah.
He's got 0 quarterback pressures.
But not just that, the win rate against.
I don't know if I believe that though, Bether, because I remember that Chargers game. He caused that first interception. He had pressure on Herbert, so I don't know about those stats, bro. That's why I fucking hate stats, bro. You gotta be careful who's taking those stats down, because.
You're right. It was a PFF stat, but you can only take PFF with a grain of salt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I know the game. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I've been around the game for a while. I'm not going to claim
because that is a great point. He should have at least one pressure, because that interception that Justin Herbert thrown was because of Tyree Wilson.
Right. But what is your?
Yep.
I get that you guys take PFF with a grain of salt. I personally think that at times they get it right. At times, they can be spotty. But
you're right.
By the eye test, what do you guys think? By that,
he's getting better. You had a rough start. That's not how you start. It's how you finish. I've been preaching it all year. I'm gonna keep saying it. We as a whole team had a rough start, so it's how you finish, though. You know what I mean? So I still got that fucking hope.
Right.
And that takes me back to something that Raider fans don't want to hear, bro. You got to give it time, dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to be patient, bro. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's preaching to the choir when you try to tell Raider fans that we need to be patient. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in all actuality, bro, I know we want to win now, and I know we've been patient as long as we've been patient. But you have to keep shit. You have to put shit into perspective, dog. Dude was injured. You know what I'm saying? When we drafted him, you know what I'm saying? This team is coming in with a brand new single caller who didn't have no offseason reps, has no chemistry with these wide receivers. Now he's hurt. Now we're bringing in other quarterbacks that really don't have chemistry with these receivers, bro. All this shit's going to take time, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a stat this morning that I retweeted. If you follow me on Twitter, the Raiders have the 6th ranked offensive line right now, bro.
What?
Yeah, our offensive line is ranked 6th. We're just behind the Eagles, who are ranked 5th.
Stop critique. What does the eye test tell you, man? I don't know about that one.
But the eye test tells me that a lot of our quarterbacks hold the football for too long, Doug.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that pass protection?
Staring down receivers.
Or what about run
That's
blocking?
overall. That's overall.
Yeah.
I think we're probably like top 3 or top 2 in pass protection, but we're like near the bottom of the league in run protection. That's the reason why we're 5th or 6th or whatever it is, because we're so far down in the run blocking department. Kind of like last year, right? Our offensive line was ranked good last year, but we couldn't really pass block. We were just run blocking really well.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Just personally from the eye test, I don't know about that one.
No, I agree, but like I said,
I don't know.
Jimmy G ain't doing this offensive line no favors, bro. I'll tell you that much. And Aiden O'Connell's first start, if fucking Illuminor wasn't such dog shit, he probably wouldn't have got fucked up as much as he did. Illuminor is shit, bro. They need to take him off of the field, bro. Or put him in at guard and get rid of Roten and put fucking Munford at tackle, dog. Something's got to give, dog. We can't keep letting Illuminor get destroyed every single week, bro. It's just getting our quarterbacks fucked up.
Well, he got substituted out for Mumford the last couple of weeks, hasn't he?
Yep.
He didn't get substituted out for the entire game, but Munford did get some snaps over him. They did pull Illuminor off the field a couple of times.
Right. I just want to read out some comments real quickly. So this one here in regards to Tyree from Chris. I had a crazy take on my show a while back. I think Tyree will be worse than Cleve Farrell and Arden Key. I don't doubt his ability as much as I doubt his mentality. It's been very underwhelming as it stands, but it's like you just said, Bantha, and I try and I don't want to sound hypocritical because I've been saying it too. Like I expected this much, and well, maybe not this underwhelming, but like I've always tried to preach patience. But at the same time, I guess like it's like I brought up on the live we shared and a few other lives. Like the stink of it is, you know, in recent history when we drafted the likes of Clear and we saw how that panned out. And also the other thing that stinks is that, like, you know, outside the guys that in the first round that we drafted that turned out to be day dot starters or good players or game changers, like Jacob, Mac, and Amari Cooper. In the last 12, 13 years, of all the first rounders that we drafted, who we were trying to be patient to be good and were only good down the line, didn't start off well, was Colton Miller. Every other guy we drafted outside of Henry Ruggs was okay, but then what happened? But every other first rounder we drafted, who we were waiting on to develop, that we were trying to be patient with, none of them panned out. Colton Miller is the only exception. So that's the only other stink with when we think about Tyree, and it worries us about like having to wait for another first rounder to pan out when it's like I said, like for the most part, they just don't do it. So hopefully,
it's funny. It's funny you bring that up, dog, because what does Colton Miller and Tyree Wilson have in common in their rookie seasons?
They both have injuries.
They both are injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? And funny, and another good stat I saw this morning is Colton Miller is the 4th best offensive tackle in the NFL right now, and he's the 2nd best offensive tackle in the AFC. Then
So it's not. Look, he did pan out eventually. Like I remember his first year was rough. He did improve in his second season, and then after year 3, he took that third year leap, and then he was able to become one of the better left tackles in the league. But you know, again, like I said, it just adds to the worry for a lot of us, including myself, when you look at the recent history of guys who we've been waiting for to develop into somebody good coming out of the first round. But that is a good point that, you know, Colton Miller and him share the fact that they're both injured in their rookie season. So, anyways, what else happened today? I was going to bring up something else, but I forgot. But salute to everyone in the chat. My apologies, I haven't been getting to your comments and that, but I do appreciate everybody stopping by. If you haven't already, got my boy Nutty Raider Nate. If you can get his sub numbers up, if you YouTube search that, or if somebody in the chat, one of the moderators, can share out his channel, that would be appreciated. And then, of course, you've got your boy Raider Ben down below. one of the bigger content creators on the scene when it comes to Raider football. I mean, if you subscribe to me and not subscribe to him, I do appreciate it, but you're missing out on a lot not checking out his channel. So please do share the love. Sorry. Anyways, Ultimate Raider fan, salute to you. Bottom line, Tyree was a reach, and we lost out on Jalen Carter. If we're going to win long term, you cannot have many of these mistakes with your first pick in the draft. I guess that's also adding to the concern is that we did pass up on Jalen Carter. I don't like most of you know. I don't watch too much football outside of Raider football. How is Jalen Carter doing?
He's a baller. He's a baller. Yeah. I think he got hurt though, so I know he missed last week, I believe. I'm not sure what the injury is, but I think we made the right move. We could have got Christian Gonzalez. We could have. I like the defensive tackle from Tampa Bay. I think Clancy or something like that. He's a smaller DT, but he's a pass rush specialist. I think we could have used him. I would have took him over Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter has his outside issues, and then Tyree Wilson. I already knew he was injured. So, but that dude Clancy, I thought we missed out on him too. But Jalen Carter, I don't think that was going to happen, guys. It was just, it wasn't set up for. We don't have the right support system for Jalen Carter.
Right.
Imagine. I said this before. I'll say it again. Imagine Chandler Jones mentoring Jalen Carter right now.
Oh my God. Right.
So,
but on the flip side of that, Max Crosby would be a good guy to have mentoring.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. But I think Max Crosby is hyper focused on his sobriety. I think having Jalen Carter around might hinder that a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think he's just focused on himself, and he should be. He's fighting his own demons. So I wouldn't want to put that on Max Crosby. You know what I mean?
That's a good comment there. Sorry, Bentham.
Go ahead, Afakasi. It's your show, dog. Go ahead.
All good. I'll get back to you, Bentham, and then maybe you say what you want to say, and then I'm going to address this comment here. Go ahead.
I already forgot what I was going to say. I'll remember in a second. Go ahead and do your comment, dog. You good?
Okay. So name two good players this regime has drafted since taking over. So, all right, looking at last year, I mean, Dylan Parham to me, he's okay. I wouldn't consider him good, but he's good enough as a sophomore guy. Mumford, he's okay as well. Again, same can be said. Good enough as a 7th round guy. I wouldn't call him good, but he's okay. Looking at the rest of the draft class, I mean, those two defensive tackles we whiffed on. Unimpressed. Zamir White, unimpressed.
Zamir White.
You all know about my displeasure with that guy. Anyway,
you guys know my displeasure too. I was the first motherfucker preaching that he sucked, and everybody was, Ben, you stop being negative. He's good. He's my bro. That motherfucker couldn't hit.
Oh, but what about him, Amir, and Zamir going to be the next coming of Bo Jackson, right?
Yeah, bro. He would run into a light pole in the middle of the desert, dog. Fuck out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. And you have to keep in mind too, Parham's in his second year, bro. It's not uncommon to see players hit a sophomore slump. Fucking Dylan Parham was an all rookie last year. You know what I mean? So
yeah, well, it's like I said, I don't believe he's good yet. I wouldn't call him good, but I think he's good enough. So he's probably the best pick out of that draft class. A big shame Britton Brown missed a golden opportunity to try and secure that backup running back spot, which to me, Zamir and Sincere definitely underwhelmed in preseason. I think if Britton Brown was healthy, that spot was up for the taking. Unfortunately, he didn't get the chance because he was injured. So it's still, we don't know what we have in Britton Brown. He might not get another chance. I believe if Zamir doesn't do better to secure that backup running back spot by the end of the year, we're drafting again. I have no qualms with that, like taking another running back. But
Afakasi, they put Britton Brown on the injured reserve to keep him, dog. I still think he has a future as a Raider, bro. Like, we did the same thing to him this year that we did to Sincere last year, bro. Yeah, we put him on the injured reserve so nobody could take him from us. And everybody knows my love for Britton Brown, bro. Like, I think Britton Brown's the second best running back on this team besides Josh Jacobs, dude.
Hey, I like him more than I like those other two cats. I'm right there with you, but at the same time, when you think about it, can you ever think of a time when we had a drafted or undrafted guy after 2 seasons who hasn't showed something that we've kept around in their 3rd year to prove it? I can't even think of. I can't.
No, none.
Can you?
No, none. And we could all also lean on the fact that, you know, we've had a lot of running backs that were no names that came out in the preseason and looked extremely good, going all the way back to George Atkinson III, Chris Warren.
Trey Regis.
There was a couple of Trey Regis. There was a couple running backs, bro, that looked really good in the preseason that never panned out. But I don't know, dude. I see something special in Britton Brown, bro, and I can tell he's got great vision, bro. And like, if you know how to find the hole, regardless of the rest of your fucking game, the rest of your game can be taught, bro. It's hard to teach somebody how to find a hole, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I will agree with that comment there by Leo, not the practice squad warriors to see, but Britton Brown. I saw something in him too, and I hope he does get his chance next preseason to at least show that he can be a better backup than the likes of Zamir. Because, like I said, if Zamir doesn't prove by year's end, I'm willing to cut bait, because 2 years is enough for me for a running back. Like every other position, you get concessions, but for me, running back, come on, like 2 years you haven't even secured a backup spot. Like even Jalen Rashad or DeAndre Washington were that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Anyways, but then you look at this year's draft.
We kept Jalen Rashad for way too long.
We did, but at least he did some things. Remember his rookie year? Remember his first game? He took it to the house against the Saints.
Yeah, but that's all we can lean on over like his entire career was his rookie year, though. You know what I'm saying? He was on our team for like 5 years, dog. He never did shit outside of his rookie year, but helped protect Derek Carr. That was it. He was a pass blocker. That was it.
He did some other things. He had some decent runs. He had a touchdown, a long one against the Jets. Like I do disagree he was all the way useless, but at least he did some things. You know what I mean? These other cats ain't done shit.
Yeah.
Well, what team did we play? What team did we play like 2 years ago when we went to the playoffs? Was it the Colts where we had like a 3rd down and 20 or something? And they dumped it down to fucking fucking Jalen Rashad, and he picked up the first down on like 3rd and 20 on like a screen or something.
Was it the Chargers game? Or the week before
I think it was the Chargers game. I think it was the Chargers game or the Cowboys. That was one of those.
No, the Colts. That's right. We played the Colts the week before the Chargers game. It was either the Colts
or the Niners.
Yeah.
Fuck the Niners. Fuck the Niners.
Yeah.
Raiders.
For sure.
Sorry, my coworker's a Niners fan. He just pulled up to me. He was like, "The fucking Raiders suck."
Well, that makes 2 people who've been given the Raider treatment. Hey, Nate. Yeah, one just in traffic before.
Yeah, I got time today, bro.
Yeah, he had to buy me lunch. He had to buy me lunch, dog, because he's like, I bet you the Raiders won't beat the Patriots. I'm like, all right, bro, make a bet, and he bet me lunch. I got lunch from that motherfucker.
Appreciate you guys. I appreciate that comment there, Ern, and Jesse. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody who's rocked up today. But yeah, look, I mean, I was finishing what I was saying. Like when you look at our draft picks, like this year's draft class has been a little underwhelming, so to say. But it's still early days. We can't really judge a draft class after halfway through their first season. But it would be nice to see some of these guys get more involved. But at least Michael Mayer had a semi-breakout game last week per se. Tucker, he got a long reception last week. I would like to see him getting more involved in the return game, because DeAndre Carter has been a little underwhelming to me so far, and it still hasn't really been a point of strength, or we haven't really returned too many that's been further than a few yards. So I'd like to see that being a little bit better. Byron Young's been very disappointing. I'd like to see Nesta Silvera getting more involved if he's healthy. Christopher Smith, like he might get bumped up. I heard that Roderick Team is on the injury reserve.
Reserve.
Yeah, he's on injury reserve, so maybe
Manteca water slides himself.
What's that?
So that's Mr. Manteca water slides himself.
Right. But yeah, look, I just want a little bit more from our sophomore and rookie guys, but it's still early days. Like, yeah. So
and I think to talk about this draft class, I mean, it took way too long to get Michael Mayer involved, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's, in my opinion, bro. In my opinion, dog, out of all the tight ends, like Sam Laporta from the Lions is looking good right now. But Michael Mayer was the best fucking tight end in that draft, bro. We got him in the second fucking round, bro. That was a steal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trey Tucker is being underutilized, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that drop that DeAndre Carter had last week, bro, that was a walk-in touchdown, bro. Like, DeAndre Carter needs his snaps reduced, bro. And Trey Tucker needs more because he's not doing shit anyways. Like you said, he doesn't look really good in the return game. He's an aging veteran. He's been in the league for like 11 years. Like, you kind of know what to expect out of DeAndre Carter, bro. Like, and then you take Trey Tucker as high as you take him, and that's the reason why I think Renfro's going to be out, dog. You take him as high as you take him, and he's shown that he can be a fucking threat, bro. If we get a quarterback that can just throw it to him to where he can outrun defenders, he can be a threat. Because if you look at that pass that Hoyer threw to him, our biggest play of the year, fucking Trey Tucker didn't do nothing special. He didn't do no route or nothing. He just ran straight, bro, and just blew by the entire defense.
He actually had to slow down to catch that.
Yeah, if Brian Hoyer had a bigger arm, dog, that's a walk-in touchdown, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he got him the ball. It was accurate, and I'll give him kudos for that first and foremost. Like, that's my only minute critique is that, like, if he wrote it a touch further and had him in stride, because Bennett had him, Tucker had him beat. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a good enough throw to get the long completion. So I do want to see more of that. Whoever is at the helm this weekend. And speaking of which, I did see a video today that I think both him and and Aidan O'Connell are kind of sharing the first team reps, if I'm not mistaken. So they're still kind of seeing where they're at and maybe make a decision maybe a day or two before the game. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts? Do we just trial by fire, run with the kid, or go with Hoyer, who's might be a little bit more chance of managing with his ability, being that he's a veteran?
My bad, AR. Say that last part again.
I don't know. It sounded like you're under a water slide. I was saying, damn it, I forgot what I said.
He was saying that fucking the Raiders are still contemplating who's going to be the starting quarterback right now. That him and that Aidan O'Connell and Brian Hoyer are both sharing reps, and that we might not even know who the starting quarterback's going to be until fucking Saturday or kickoff or some shit.
Yeah, no, I think they know. That's part of a strategy. You don't want the other team to start prepping for Hoyer or Aidan O'Connell. You want them prepping for both. You want the time delegated to both quarterbacks. You know, it's a slight advantage either way. But
facts. And to talk a little bit about Jacorian Bennett, who was drafted this year too. I mean, I think Jacorian Bennett's going to be really good for us too, but look at it like this. I don't know how many of you guys really know football, and this is no diss towards anybody because I know a lot of you guys do. But cornerback, dog, is one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League, dog. And some of the best corners to play the game, a lot of them struggled their rookie season, except, you know, obviously the consensus top 5 pick, top 3 pick corners who were just like elite coming out of college, like Jalen Ramsey or Gardner Johnson or any of these dudes, right?
Charles Woodson.
You gotta give him a little bit of time, bro. And in my opinion, Jacorian Bennett got forced into that role because we don't have no corners, dog.
Right.
I said that last week,
so we had to throw him out there. So
I've said it a few times, like with perspective, but yeah, like I think Jacorian Bennett's been, for the most part, pleasing being a rookie thrust onto that starting outside corner job. And yeah, he's, you know, much like a Meek, he takes his licks, but he at least punches back. You know what I mean? He has made some plays, and I think probably of all the rookies that we've had so far, he's been the most pleasing or shown me the most anyways. But yeah, you know, in regards to your comment about like asking how much do we know football, like, I mean, I don't pretend to even consider myself a technical expert. That's why I don't even try. I just try to call it as I see it and give myself an opinion as best I can. I'm not trying to be all, you know, this guy should be doing that because this, that, and the third. When I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I haven't played a snap of real football, you know what I mean? So I can only just give my best take how I see it, being that I watch Raider football inside out. But like, by no means I don't pretend to be a technical expert, unlike some of these other cats who might.
In my personal opinion, dog, the three hardest positions to play as a rookie, dog, is cornerback, quarterback, and offensive tackle, Doug. Those are like the 3 hardest positions to play, bro, as a rookie, Doug. So,
yeah,
because there's so much pressure on you as a corner.
Yeah.
You're responsible for trying to not give up big plays and not get burnt when you're trying to learn. As a quarterback, you have the whole fucking team on your back, and then as an offensive tackle, your job is to protect the quarterback and keep him from getting hurt. So all those positions are hard as fuck to play as a rookie.
Quarterback and cornerback, you have to have short memories to try to get past those negative plays and
it seems there's so many ways you can get flagged being a defensive back, right? Like
Yep,
even if
especially
you
on the Raiders,
play,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you get flagged for something, whether it's a slight tug or breaking on the ball too early, and you put your hand in the wrong spot or whatever it may be.
Sometimes you just simply don't turn around. Yeah, it's a flag.
And you're having to keep up with players running in stride, backpedaling.
Yeah.
You know, with starting by backpedaling. So yeah, like I can understand without being a technical expert, like why it would be, as you said, one of the harder positions to play. But this comment here by Raider Pete, Hoyer the Destroyer with a small sample last week. Not sure I want to see test more Hoyer. So quarter to quarter might be QB switching it up. This matchup would be the time to try. Well, that's what I said before. Like of any matchup we've got so far moving forward from here, this would be the most ideal of any to have either Aiden or Hoyer in there, being that the Bears are probably the weakest team on paper with our current schedule moving forward, right?
The Giants too, bro. The Giants are dog shit. They're 1-5 too. Yeah,
Hey, they put up a fight
too.
with Buffalo last week, though. They did put up a fight with Buffalo.
Yeah, but Buffalo struggled a lot in that game, though. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I was just thinking before we were talking about Bennett. Who was that cornerback? He played for the Panthers, and he played for, I think, the Washington football team. And he didn't start out well, but then he turned out to be, for a little while, he was one of the best corners in the league. I think around that 2017 range. He was a bit of a smack talker as well.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, he got in a fight with Cam Newton in practice one time.
I think so. Yeah.
I forget his name.
Yeah, I know. Gilmore was drafted by the Patriots.
Nah, yeah, it's somebody else. I forget his name. Yeah, I know you're talking about. AR. He got in a fight with.
No. Gilmore was drafted by the Bills. My bad, and then he went to the Patriots.
Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna have to Google him. Like, sorry, you guys shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, you good?
Hey,
let's
go ahead.
Let's try to put some things into perspective too, right, guys? I mean, even with the struggles of Jacorian Bennett, he's part of a defense that's winning us football games right now. He's a key part of a defense that's winning us games. You know what I mean?
They're playing hard. They're all playing hard. So I'm not discrediting. I've been super tough on Epps too, bro. Like him getting beat with the long ball. Yeah. But he's doing enough, and he's like you said, he's part of that team that's winning us games right now.
That's it, chat. That's it. Josh Norman, that's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Josh Norman was really good in Carolina, bro. He was like a top corner in Carolina.
Dog.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't start off that way. He was a depth guy.
I think maybe for like the first year. He was, but Josh Norman. The reason why the Washington football team traded for him is because how good that motherfucker was, bro. Yeah, I think at one point he led the league in interceptions.
Yeah. He had that breakout year in, I believe it was Carolina, and then he went on to be one of the, at the time, like that period of time, he was like one of the better corners in the league. But I was just trying, for some reason, I don't know, I was just thinking of, Jacorian Bennett being thrust on the outside. I don't know why that name came to mind, but I don't know if he could turn out to be a Josh Norman type corner, that would be, I don't know, that'd be really good, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And we the people, salute you, I see in the feed. Well, what do you guys know about the Bears? I mean, I saw a game preview just before I came on the live, and it seemed like their biggest struggles have been offensive line, quarterback play, and pretty much, I guess, some of the same problems we have, right?
Yeah. Well,
a lot of it might not play because he's got an injured hand, injured wrist.
Yeah. Well, offenses around the league right now seem to be struggling. Red zone percentage specifically. Like I thought we would be like, I thought we'd be like dead last, but apparently we're 25th
In what? Sorry.
in red zone offense. I thought we were really bad.
There's 7 teams worse than us.
Yeah,
They must really suck.
Yeah, I mean, and one of those teams is the Saints.
Hey,
wow.
Yeah.
And I know it's only been the last 2 weeks we haven't played like really good quarterbacks, but right now our defense is ranked 11th. That's funny. I didn't even see that comment, but yep, facts, dog. Right now we are ranked 11th in defense right now, bro. We are almost top 10.
Great. Better than what I expected us to look so far this season. Like, granted, I see there are certain people who aren't quite sold on this defense being the caliber of the opposition that we've been playing, but at the same time, I'm going to still take it as a positive step. Like, for the most part this year, I mean, granted, the only big team I feel like we've played was the Bills, and we looked like dog shit from whistle to whistle, right? But outside of that, I think the defense.
It was week 2. Still early.
It was week 2, and the Bills, they are a good team, and they were looking for a bounce back win, and unfortunately came against us. But for the most part,
the Bills are Super Bowl contenders and shit.
Right. To further my point, but like for the most part, the defense has been the bright spot for the most part, and I'm gonna focus on the positive side of that. You know what I mean? Being that like I was still waiting for Patrick Graham to show me that he is the Messiah that everyone hyped him up to be going to last preseason. He didn't show that his first year, but his second year, you know what? I have been pleased with what he's been producing on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, it has been a bright spot, and hopefully it keeps trending upwards that way, and hopefully we can crack that top 10.
All I know is that with the Bears coming up, dog, our defense is definitely probably going to move up into the top 10 as long as we don't make them look like fucking superstars like we're so known for doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bears suck, dude. They're best player
quarterbacks into somebody.
Yeah, their best player on their team is Tremaine Edmonds, bro. Like, they don't have nobody, dog. That team is dog shit.
DJ Moore's
DJ
apparently
Moore.
going
Yeah,
out.
they have DJ Moore, but they ain't got. I don't think they got a quarterback to get him the ball now.
Right, and some guy like
the quarterback can throw. He's just a statue back there.
Yep, that's perfect for us because what have we played over the last 3 or 4 weeks, dog? A lot of mobile quarterbacks that want to get outside the pocket. And those are the quarterbacks that break our back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The fact that he's going to sit there and let Max Crosby come and eat, dog, we might see Tyree Wilson's first sack.
Yo, hey, I want to give credit to the defensive line, bro. Like they're the reason why we looking good right now because they're getting pressure. They're keeping the linebackers free. Fuck you, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you. Go Raiders.
Yeah, go Raiders.
Raiders. Sorry, Jess Nunez, thanks for dropping by in the feed. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say hello before. Like, it's the first time I've seen you in here. So I'll read out your comment, if I can scroll back up. I don't know why Jimmy G is not throwing the deep ball. That's why they stack up the box, not the offensive line fault. Too many defensive players in box. How the offensive line can block when outnumbered. Yeah, well, I guess it just is blatantly obvious that Jimmy G wasn't able to expose that by being able to throw the deep ball because he is just... I mean, those were the signs were there. The noise was there coming out of camp that there was concerns about his deep ball efficiency and being able to execute. And it just so far up until now, it proved to be true. So there is.
Well, that. I think Nate said it first, bro, and I'm starting to agree now. I think Jimmy Garoppolo's been hurt, dog, since week 1. Like, it seems like every time he gets sacked or gets taken to the ground or like. Say he releases the ball and then gets hit, it's like he's always getting up like grimacing, bro. Like there's something wrong.
Yep.
I'm going to read out this comment here. Sorry, Nate. After you.
Go ahead. I was just going to rant some bullshit.
No, you go.
No, go. Yeah, I go.
All right. I believe that's Popeye from Blood In, Blood Out. Orale, vatos. This is Popeye. Stopping by.
Hey, he showed up on my show yesterday.
Now, Bears, give me some chon chon.
Some chon chon.
My man, Popeye. Good to see you in the feed. Sorry, Nate. Go ahead.
I don't know, bro. I forget what we were talking about.
And to kind of go back on what Nate was saying about the defensive line, that's becoming a brotherhood, bro. You can tell by the way they're playing on the field. Like, these dudes are starting to have camaraderie, dog. And I don't know if you guys listen to Max Crosby's podcast, but now he's got a podcast on YouTube. And he said that the entire defensive line is in a group chat, dog, and they just be clowning at each other every single day. They go out to dinner every single Thursday night.
You know who my gut feeling tells me.
He's praising Bilal, and Bilal's getting better, dog. If we can get some production out of Bilal Nichols, dog, then we'll be good.
Yeah.
You know what my gut tells me, who's kind of that clown that's kind of getting everyone kind of vibed up in that in the right way? I believe it's Butler. Just the little things, like seeing how, when he does the celebration after the sack, he does the wave, on me. He seems like a kind of happy-go-lucky kind of guy, and I can see him being that dude. And it's been good. Like he's a guy he's been doing some things. Like, it's good to see like that the guys that are kind of stepping up are the guys nobody was talking about. I mean, nobody talked about Jenkins, who's been, to me, the brightest spot on the interior. Nobody was talking about.
I told you guys about Jenkins.
Yeah, Nate was preaching up Jenkins.
Maybe you. So salute to you. Yeah. I mean, you and who else, right?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Not me. I wasn't talking about Jenkins. I didn't even hear of the guy. But Butler. What's Butler's first name again? Adam Butler.
Adam Butler.
We got Darian Butler and Matthew Butler. You know what I'm saying?
I had the scouting report on him too, bro. All effort. I was kind of mad. He wasn't getting to the finish line at the beginning of the year. I felt like he wasn't strong enough. He wasn't fast enough. But it's starting to pick up now. He's starting to get rhythm of the team, and he's looking a lot better. But he plays with a lot of effort. I love Adam Butler.
I'm just seeing this comment by Papa. Hey, Cinderella, go find yourself a fella. You guys, have you seen Blood In, Blood Out?
Yeah, bro, classic.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Right. Yeah, I love that movie too. I think the first time I saw it, I was in Thailand in 2012, and it just so happened that someone's uploaded the whole movie on YouTube. It's still there. So, yeah. Good watch. Anyone who hasn't seen it, I suggest you go and watch it.
Fire.
Yeah.
And then kind of off topic a little bit. Did you guys hear that Roger Goodell made Max Crosby change his face mask?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that the Monday night game? Yeah.
Yep. After the Monday night game.
Who changed his face mask?
Max Crosby.
Roger Goodell made Max Crosby change his face mask.
He had the Illuminati diamond on his face mask.
It wasn't that. It's an Alcoholic Anonymous.
Illuminati.
You know what face girl I used to love?
You sound like Chandler Jones and shit.
Do you remember Tuck and Max old face mask?
Say again?
Sorry, Afakasi. What'd you say?
Sorry, my bad, guys. I was saying, like, whose face mask I thought was the baddest in football? Remember Justin Tuck and Khalil Mack's old shredder, face masks? The ones they used to have?
Yeah. Fire. That was fire.
I know, right? I know. Raider J. Salute you, Raider J. Best opinion upbeat.
If I'm not mistaken, they made Khalil Mack change his face mask too, because he was trying to go with the Justin Tuck face mask. The cage.
Yeah, they both had that shredder kind of face mask, and then it got
banned. That's what it is. Yeah,
the shredder.
That was fire. Yeah.
For sure. Salute Raider J. I see you in the building. I don't think Jimmy can throw deep. Yeah, well, that's been the general consensus so far, right?
Yeah, his arms are
he was always short passes. Yeah, absolutely. It's been disappointing, but I guess we'll just have to see how our quarterback situation, moving forward, how that shakes out, right? But anyways, guys, I know we've been going for...
Sorry, I'll cut it.
Just real quick, I know we've been going for 55 minutes, and Nate, I know you got to get to work and bed there. I'm not sure how much time you got. So, guys, when you need to go, just
squat out too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, sorry, Bentha, you want to say something?
I was gonna say, when Jimmy Garoppolo does throw the ball deep, he just don't have no accuracy on his deep ball, dog. Like his deep ball accuracy is dog shit. Like. Because he doesn't throw very many deep balls, but like we've seen him throw some deep balls, dog. But like he's had stretches where he's had receivers wide open. He'll throw him the deep ball and overthrow him by 5 yards. Last week he did the same thing. He had Devontae Adams running wide open down the sideline, bro, early in the game before he got hurt, and he overthrew him. That was a walk-in touchdown. So.
Right. And that pass to Carter that he dropped, that could have been almost. I mean, did he have green grass in front of him?
He had all green grass, bro. They
Yeah.
blitzed. They ran a zero blitz, dog, and he was in man coverage and smoked his dude and completely dropped him. He was gonna walk in for a touchdown.
Yeah, to be fair, that wasn't on Jimmy G. That was all Carter. That was the
Yep.
Damn. Didn't Lynch have a shadow print on his visor for a couple of games, like Beast Eyes or something? Did he? I know he had the all black visor just to stop. Kind of like a lot of running backs used to do that to hide like his eyes. So even Jacobs does that too. Still, right?
Yep. I love Marshawn Lynch. I just think his biggest highlight of a Raider is when he ran over Jeffrey Simmons, Doug. When we played the Titans, when he completely ran over the all-pro fucking defensive tackle from the Titans. He ran through his. Oh no, it wasn't Jeffrey Simmons. It was their other defensive tackle they had before Simmons. Who was his name? They had a big fucking dude. Jarrell Casey.
Yeah,
he ran through Jarrell Casey's face.
You talking about Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch. Yeah.
Yep.
We played the
To
Titans.
me, he was very underwhelming
he flew right
when
through
he
his
came
head.
over the Raiders.
He was like 33, I think, and he had just taken a year off of football when he joined the Raiders. So.
Yeah.
I would have preferred at the time to have kept Latavius Murray. He would have stayed around and probably.
I agree. And Latavius Murray was underrated.
He's still in the league, doing good with the Bills right now.
Still in the league.
Yep.
Still in the league.
And now he's back where he's from, dog, New York. So.
Yep.
You know,
all right,
before you
guys
guys
get out of
go,
here. I appreciate you.
All right, it is time to go. Appreciate you guys. Bentha, you got any final thoughts? Well, he's gone. Peace out, man. What about you, Nate? You got any final thoughts before we shut up shop?
I appreciate you guys. Y'all keep fucking with us. I love doing this shit. I appreciate you, AR, as always. Bentha, you know, it's all love over here. So y'all take care. That's it for me.
Nate, carry on with your day. Appreciate you, boys.
Yeah.
I might shoot my shit for another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna.
You do it. You got it. I appreciate you, man.
All right, take care,
Thank
my
you.
man. We'll catch up behind the scenes. All right. Looks like it's just me riding solo. Might go for another 5 minutes and just chop my shit up with the chat. All right, so Jimmy was carried by the defense in the run game. Yeah, I guess you must be talking about. Just about my empty. Jimmy was carried by that. You must be talking about his time in the Niners. So we were hoping that, like, coming into the season, that like a lot of the reason why he has such a winning record was maybe more so wasn't because of the surrounding cast behind him, but also he played a bigger part in that than what people believe. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it's the case as it stands. But look, I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I'm still hanging on to hope that maybe he can be efficient enough moving forward. But if it's not him, we'll have to wait and see if it's Hoyer or if it's Aiden O'Connell, who I think it's going to be one of those two who's going to get the start against the Bears. A very winnable game against the Bears. Just win, baby. Absolutely, yes. Speaking into existence. I hope we beat the Bears. I hope it will not be a close game. Yeah, well, look, I said it on the last 2 weeks. Like, it would be nice to get this statement when we haven't had a whistle-to-whistle beating the brakes off the other team kind of win, kind of type deal since the last time I can remember a beatdown from on our side of the ball, not just a 1-score, 2-score win or coming from behind win, was 2017 when we beat down against the Jets. That was the game when Marshawn Lynch was dancing, doing his thing, and we were rolling. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time I can remember a whistle-to-whistle beatdown. And it would be nice to see one of those again, but it is going to be likely. I mean, it's being played in Chicago, the Windy City. They call it the Windy City for a reason, right? So conditions are probably going to be not the most ideal to be throwing. So hopefully that can mean that Josh Jacobs can finally get his breakout game. I mean, he has been doing a little bit better so far in the last couple of weeks, but hopefully this is the week where we can finally get him to break out and have like a 100+ yard game, maybe 2 touchdowns. That would be fantastic. And if he does get that, then I'm sure we're gonna beat the brakes off the Bears come Sunday. Jesse, appreciate you, brother. Like I said, this is the first time I've noticed you on my feed. Maybe you've been here before, but I appreciate you and Raider J, both of you guys. If this is your first time, don't make it your last time. Like, if you could like and subscribe, that would be appreciated. Let me see, Rafa. Maybe tomorrow I'll pull in on the show. Yeah, of course. Like, shoot shoot us a message. Or it's on Nate's side of the fence, so you probably have to message him. But yeah, you're more than welcome to join in on the show and share your takes, my friend. Bears should be a win. No excuses on a loss. They are that bad. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it'd be nice, these teams that are not very good and that we are better across the board on paper, we can put that to effect on the field and inflict a dominating win. Like that Jets game. Like I don't know how much you guys remember. One of my very first Raider memories was the 2010 Mile High Mauling. We beat the brakes of the Broncos 57-59-14 in Denver. You know what I mean? Like, I want one of those beatdowns. You know what I'm saying? They've been few and far between. Like I said, the last time I can remember was back in 2017. So I think we're due for one, and hopefully this is the game where we can do that. Hopefully this week starts QB4 being the talk of the NFL. Well, right. If he does get the start, I mean, he had a shaky start to his career against the Chargers, but look, rookie, you know, I'm not gonna throw him too much under the bus. Like, I mean, it was the worst case type scenario kind of deal that he didn't play too well. He was efficient enough at times, but look, it was a learning curve for him and a learning experience, and you're only gonna learn from actually, you know, getting put into game time under live fire. There's no better way to learn than that, so to say. But we'll wait and see, like, if it's going to be Hoyer or if it's going to be him. Leo, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tapping in. You know, it's always a pleasure coming on your lives, and I appreciate that you've taken the time out of your morning to come and show us a love, as well as everybody else in the chat. On 6, Mike. Oh, this guy. You got your master's degree yet? My man on 6. You know what time it is. Hope you have a good day, my friend. Just shooting my shit just before I close things off. So, yeah, thanks for tapping in, my brother. Let me have a look. Tony, that would be nice. I wouldn't want to have that pressure this early. No, it's not ideal for the weight of the franchise, so to say, to be on the shoulders of a 4th round guy. But with that said, I mean, like, if you remember back in 2014, Derek Carr wasn't supposed to be the guy year one either. We brought in Matt Schaub for that, and we found out real early that Matt Schaub wasn't it, and Derek Carr actually showed more signs than what we expected him to in the preseason that year. So we just decided, you know what, we're just going to run with it. And the rest is history. We all know how it turned out. But anyways, you know, maybe that it can still be that type of deal with Aiden O'Connor if he does get his opportunity to start, and maybe moving forward he is the guy. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? On 6, I got it for $1.99. mastersrus.com. Of course you did. Probably as legitimate as the other must reel. The other guy claimed he's got one, right? Tony, that would be nice. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I just addressed that comment. All right, gang. Well, look, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you all, you guys showing up for me and supporting me and my channel and everyone else that's been on the panel. My guy, Nutty Raider Nate. So Thursday mornings, it's on my side of the fence, 6:30 to 7:30 usually Pacific time. But every other morning from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Friday, go over to Nutty Raider Nate. He does his morning show time slot then. Then you got Lunatic, I think, who goes at 7:30. So appreciate you guys. One last comment. He really didn't have anyone blocking him in that game. I think he will be great. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to come down like a ton of bricks too much on Aiden O'Connell. At times I thought he did hang on to the ball a little bit too much, but yeah, I mean, you know, Khalil Mack had to remind everybody why he is everything that I say that he is, and will go down as one of the all-time Raider greats. And unfortunately, he had to remind us against us. Really hurt my soul. Final thought, just win, baby. Absolutely. That'll be a good way to finish off with that comment there, Raider Pete. And I do appreciate you. You're always showing out for my streams these days, and I don't forget the people who come and support me. You know, and I can't do this without you guys. I really can't. Like, you know, when I first started doing this, you know, I'd be lucky to get one person, two people in my live streams, and basically I'm just rambling on about nonsense to nobody. But so, you know, I don't forget those who've been rocking with me for a while, and the guys who've been rocking with me even just for a short while, but are consistently here showing you love. So, you know, I don't take that for granted, and I love each and every one of you. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Raider Nation for life. Win, lose, or tie. You know what time it is. Raider Nation till we what? Raider Nation till we die. All right, peace, gang. I'll catch you on the flip side for sure. Take care, and you have a good morning. All right, peace.